Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here today and for staying until the end. I am Mariam, one of the researchers involved in this project as well. I'm a researcher here at SURF at the University of Cyprus, but I'm currently away. That's why I'm not here. Today, my presentation focuses on inclusive urbanism. Here's the outline for today's presentation. We will begin by defining what inclusive urbanism is, and whom should we include, and what are the definitions or concepts associated with the concept. Then we will discuss the key principles and factors of an inclusive city, and what are the value and significance of adopting such a concept in urban planning and design. We will then conclude with a case study, Hold Market in Berlin, to see how can inclusive urbanism be applied in real-world projects. And finally, we will also provide you with some readings and resources for those who are interested in further explanation of the concept. Now let's start by a little brainstorming and asking this question: what is inclusive urbanism? We can say in simple words that inclusive urbanism has something to provide for everyone. In other words, it focuses on ensuring that everyone, regardless of their economic status, gender, ethnicity, age, or disability, has equal access to the opportunities provided by the city. This even extends to social, economic, and cultural political participation in the city. So we can now introduce some key concepts related to the inclusive urbanism, such as accessibility, affordability, diversity, safety and security, participation and community engagement, social equity and sustainability, all of which are crucial in building cities that could work for everyone. Now, another important question that we need to ask is that whom should we include? The answer to this one is simple as well: everyone. The urban environment must accommodate the needs of all people, including marginalized and disadvantaged communities, ensuring that no one is left behind. So we should take into consideration the local community, women, elderly, children, youth, lower income groups and vulnerable groups, disabled, any other groups you can think of. Now, to conclude the introduction part, I believe you can now understand the meaning of an inclusive city. According to the Cities for All, an inclusive city is the one where everyone, irrespective of economic circumstances, gender, ethnicity, age, or disability, can fully participate in the city's social, economic, and cultural life. This definition will guide our understanding of the concept and will help us understand more throughout this presentation. Now that we have defined an inclusive city, let's further explore the concept of inclusive urbanism. It's not just about creating physical access to the urban environment, but also ensuring that people feel a sense of belonging and control over their environment. There are several key principles behind inclusive urbanism, which can include accessibility, affordability, diversity, participation, equity, and security. These principles guide urban planners in ensuring that cities cater to all residents, not just the privileged few. There are also several factors identified by the World Bank, which are fundamental for interpreting and analyzing inclusive city. The three main factors are spatial, social, and economic factors. The spatial factors look mainly at how cities are spatially organized, while social factors focus more on community and social cohesion, and the economic factors assess the accessibility to opportunities within the urban environment. Now, we have to ask ourselves this question: why does inclusive urbanism matter so much? It is crucial for addressing inequalities in the cities, improving the quality of life for marginalized and vulnerable groups, and also for fostering social cohesion. Economically, inclusive cities can lead to greater innovation, productivity, and sustainability. Not just that, in addition to improving quality of life, inclusive urbanism promotes also economic growth, social cohesion, public health, sustainability, and resilience. However, creating inclusive cities isn't easy because there are several constraints and challenges that needs to be addressed to make an inclusive city. It's a multi-dimensional concept, and the approach of making inclusive cities required tackling several aspects, the spatial, the social, and the economic aspects together. Now let's explore a real-world example, which is the Halls Market in Berlin that have successfully, let's say, embraced the concept of inclusive urbanism. This project demonstrates how co-production, or let's say community-driven urban planning, can be used to create inclusive urban spaces. This is one of the approaches that can be used of inclusive urbanism. Of course, there are more. Here, the citizens played a vital role in shaping their environment. Co-production involves citizens taking an active action or an active role in planning and shaping urban spaces. Unlike the traditional top-down approaches, co-production empowers communities to lead the development process, making cities more kind of reflective of the people who live in them. So the project focuses on co-production as an approach for inclusive urbanism. This project was able to showcase how long-term urban transformation is possible when the civil society and planners work together, breaking down the traditional barriers between planners, between city planners and residents. So the picture shows the people or the group of citizens who were involved in the project. The project was initiated by a group of local citizens involving local artists, residents, entrepreneurs, or startup companies, who all together envisioned the creation of a mixed-use urban space. Their main goal was to develop a socially inclusive, sustainable, and culturally vibrant area within the site of a formal industrial zone along the river in their neighborhood. The community even formed a cooperative to buy the land, ensuring long-term community control over the development of this project. The project was then designed through a co-production model where citizens and local authorities and private investors worked together to plan and execute this transformation of the formal area. And finally, for those who are interested in diving deeper into the concept of inclusive urbanism, we recommend the following readings: Cities for People, Inclusive Urbanism, and the Soft City 9 Criteria for Measuring Inclusive Livable Cities. Additionally, you can visit the following websites, such as Cities for All, for more insights. And as an example, for a book, the Soft City book explores or outlines 9 criteria for creating inclusive and livable urban spaces. 2 of the most important criteria include diversity of outdoor spaces, where public and private spaces coexist together, and the sense of control and identity that the residents have over their environments. In conclusion, inclusive urbanism is not just a trend. It has become a necessity for the future of our cities. By integrating social, spatial, and economic consideration, we can create cities where everyone thrives. Thank you for your attention, and I'm happy to take any questions if you have.